Well, hello, and thank you so much for finding this video, and congratulations. So once again, Anthony Hendrickson coming at you here today. The first thing, what I want to touch on today is cutting down on decisions. And what I mean by that is sometimes it's just easier to cut down on the daily things that we need to think about. So number one, cut down on the decisions. So example number one, let's take Steve Jobs, for instance. We all know who that is, creator of Apple. He's a huge part has a huge part to deal with pretty much all technologies, paving the way, doing things that no one was ever doing. But think about him cutting down on decisions. So we all have seen thousands of pictures of Steve Jobs. He's always wearing the same black turtleneck, right? That's because he knew he had a finite number of brain cells and the amount of brain power. So to cut down on the as many decisions as he could was what he did. So that's why he always wore the same black turtleneck. So he knew there was only a limited amount of brain power, that he had and things that he could do. So he cut down on these different decisions. So now, not to scare you or not to, pin you down or make you compare yourself to Steve Jobs, but we only have the same amount of brain power that he had, and that guy's a genius. So that's what I mean is, he had a very rigorous routine. He had different things that he'd do throughout the day. He kept it very, I don't want to say monotonous, but he had a very organized way of living his life. And then his clothing was just one way that he did that as well. So not to scare you away, but we don't have any more brain power than Steve Jobs does. You only have so much space in your brain. So if you can declutter, I'm a big fan of that. I like decluttering my desk. I like decluttering everything that I can. So if it's a wardrobe, I'll declutter that as well. So when it comes to decluttering, there's all kinds of ways you can do this. You can do it as far as waking up at the same time every day, or eating lunch at the same time every day. Get into these different habits. Laying out your clothes the night before so you know what you're going to wear. It's one less thing to have to do when you wake up in the morning. Maybe eating lunch at the same time every day. One other big proponent that I love to tell people about, or one thing that you can really work into that's a good habit, is waking up and going to bed at the same time every day. So one way to declutter your life is to take these little things, get that schedule down, stick to that schedule, and just think of how many less decisions that you have to make throughout the day. You don't have to think about, well, what time should I wake up? You don't have to think about what time do I go to bed. You don't have to think about what time am I going to have lunch. You don't even have to think about what you want to wear because you laid it out the night before. So we only have so much time. We only have so much brain power. So that's why I try to declutter your life, whether if it's something as simple as your wardrobe, something as simple as what you're going to eat. So declutter, save that brain space, and be like Steve Jobs if you can, and just remove all those things from your life so you don't even have to make this decision because you've already made them up. And finally, eliminating these small decisions that you make throughout the day. And not only do you make them throughout the day, you make them every single day. So by eliminating these little things that you shouldn't even really have to think about anymore because you have a routine, you have a schedule, that leaves you with all the more time for the big tasks and things that you either always wanted to do or things that you should be doing. So that's why I say declutter. That's why I say cut down on the decisions. Do as much as you can. Keep on that routine. All it's going to do is propel you forward, keep that momentum going, and that's what we want to do. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know if you saw this live. Let me know if you caught a replay. I'd love to know where you're coming in from. Once again, this is Anthony Hendrickson. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye-bye.